What if you had a way that in 30 seconds you could tell which of your team you should promote, which you should fire, who you should work on? This is the shortcut to getting a supercharged team. I'm going to dive right in this interview right now. I would say that having the right talent can make or break a business. I like to have a scorecard actually for the team, and I divide people up into several categories. And I wish I could give credit to who originally gave me the idea of the fact that there are adders and subtractors at a company, right? So you can go down, you can put a list of all your team members, and you can put a little plus next to somebody who's an adder and a little minus someone who's a subtractor. In other words, if you line them up against the company's core values of what a team player looks like and how good they are at their job, you can have a plus or a minus next to them. And that gives you an idea, oh, on a first pass, who is a negative, a subtractor in the business that we might want to say either this person should find a new place to work, or I'm going to work on them and say, you've got some great talent, maybe it's not being applied, maybe you should have a different role. But there are two other things that are really interesting that I added to the concept of having adders and subtractors, and that is multipliers and dividers. There are some people who are adders to the business. They make the business a little bit better, but then there are multipliers. A multiplier is, I define, as someone who makes other team members even better. In other words, their effect magnitude, they make other people do better work. So that's what a multiplier is. And a multiplier, by recognizing that that kind of person exists, you want to reward them and keep them and start your next business with them. They're the gold A players that you want to find. They elevate everyone around them. They make more people into adders, and they can lift subtractors into adders. Then there's the divider. A divider is someone who sows dissent in the company. It's those negative Nancys, and they're always saying something negative. They are causing dissension in the ranks. You cannot fire them fast enough. You cannot rehabilitate a divider. You should not try. You just must get rid of them right away. So the way that I look at the team, that's a really easy shorthand way of doing it, is just put all the names there and put a little multiply, an add, a subtract, or a divide, and that'll tell you right away who you should fire, who you should promote, and who you're going to work on. Multipliers can be in any role in a business, but the real question is, are they helping other people to do their best work? And are they really living by the core values of the business? It's somebody who really just exemplifies the best aspects of a business. So are they living up to all of the core values of the company and helping the other people realize what is the way that they should perform in order to up their own game? So they're aspirational. So people look at them and say, wow, I wish I was that dedicated, that honest, that into my job and the performance of my job, so that they become an example, that everyone wants to be like them. They have that positivity around them. So that's something that it's hard to put your finger on, but you know when you see it, because other people get better just by interacting with them. And as you're talking to your team member, they're all, so for me, for instance, my chief of staff, that is what she is. She makes everybody better around her, and she inspires them to do their best work. And that's why you want that kind of person in that role, right? So if you have a multiplier, putting them in a position where they can influence more people, even if it means they get fewer things done on a task level, because it's not necessarily about them doing micro tasks that's going to move the company forward. It is them interacting with other people. They're part of the social fabric and the social glue of the company. So even if the number of tasks that they do go down, the fact that they are making other people more effective is a tremendous source of leverage. So it is identifying that person and asking yourself the question, how do I help that person to elevate other people in the business? As the leader of your business, your job is to create other leaders. And this is one aspect of leadership. Like, I'm not the most effective manager at all. I don't have a lot of patience. I'm not good with chit chat. I'm not the best manager, but I have identified somebody at my businesses who is really, really good at that. And my job is to make her succeed, make her into a leader. So if you can do that and identify it and put that person in a position where they are rewarded for it, not just financially, I mean, that's part of it, but both financially, and they feel like they have a rewarding job that they want to have forever. That's how I think about managing that kind of person. Now that you know that you've got excellent team members, you're upgrading the company in terms of talent, the next thing is to make sure that you've got a business plan so you're going in the right direction. For that, watch this video right here.